Hello, everyone. Welcome to your weekly tech update, the show that explores the newest, coolest, and craziest side of tech available on the interwebs. I'm your tech enthusiast, Ray McNeil. Coming up on the program today, Nintendo has added Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games to their Nintendo Switch online service. Magicycle presents The Deer. It's a very cool-looking, fat-tired, full-suspension e-bike. Happening in this week's What The, I have two stories for you this week about some super sneaky animals. And of course, we'll wrap up the program with this week's Moment of Joy. All that and a whole lot more coming up on today's edition of your weekly tech update next. Well, this is very exciting for all of you older Nintendo fans or newer Nintendo fans that like the retro games. After years of rumors, Nintendo is finally bringing Game Boy and Game Boy Advance titles to its Switch online service. The company revealed during its latest Nintendo Direct that games from its earliest handhelds will be available immediately on the Switch online service. The Game Boy titles that you can spend the entire rest of your week on are Tetris, Super Mario Land 2, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX, Gargoyle's Quest, Game & Watch Gallery number 3, Alone in the Dark, The New Nightmare, Metroid 2 Return of Samus, Wario Land 3, and Kirby's Dream Land. You'll be able to play the free games with the Game Boy, Game Boy Pocket, and Game Boy Color screen filters as well. As for GBA titles, you can play Super Mario Advanced 4, WarioWare Incorporated Mega Micro Games, Mario Kart Super Circuit, Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga, and The Legend of Zelda, The Minish Cap, and they are all available right now. There's support for 4-player multiplayer both locally and online with the Game Boy Advance titles. The Game Boy titles will be available on the base version of the Switch Online, but you'll need to put in some extra cash and upgrade to the Switch Online Plus expansion pack to access the GBA ones. It's the same for the Nintendo 64. You have to have the expansion pack to play them. However, with the regular Switch Online subscription, you can access the original Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, along with now the original Game Boy too. This one's pretty crazy. The rumors were true. DJI is releasing a new Mini 2 SE drone, and it features a couple of upgrades over the company's existing entry-level drone. Most notably, DJI has equipped the Mini 2 SE with its in-house OcuSync 2.0 transmission system, meaning the drone can now effectively fly more than twice as far away as the original Mini SE. The model's enhanced Wi-Fi system limited its range up to 4 kilometers. The new system should also maintain a more stable video feed at greater distances. That said, the addition of the OcuSync 2.0 might not be as valuable as the numbers suggest. Most jurisdictions require you to maintain a visual line of sight with your drone, and with a UAV as small as the Mini 2 SE, it's very likely that you'll lose sight of it long before you get a chance to fly it 10 kilometers away. Yes, 10. Additionally, DJI says the Mini 2 SE can fly for 31 minutes on a single battery charge. It's a modest upgrade from the previous model's maximum 30-minute flight time. Aside from those changes, the Mini 2 SE is nearly identical to the model it's about to replace. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Like its predecessor, the Mini 2 SE weighs less than 249 grams, meaning you're not required to register it with the FAA. The new drone also carries over the aging but decent camera system found on the Mini SE. It comes with a 3-axis gimbal, and a decent CMOS sensor capable of capturing 2.7K video and 12 megapixel stills. The DJI Mini 2 SE will cost $369 when it arrives next month. In addition to selling the drone on its own, DJI will offer the Mini 2 SE as part of a Fly More combo that comes with additional batteries, replacement propellers, and a carrying case, all for $519. Recent multiplayer games seem to shut down almost weekly, but 16 years after release, good old Team Fortress 2 is still chugging along with a new full-on update-sized update coming this summer. Valve's hero shooter has been in maintenance mode for a few years now, only receiving seasonal updates and patches to fix exploits and fight bots. So judging by Valve's Bleeding Edge Communication blog post, this is going to be the game's first major content update in years. According to the blog post, the update will bring new items, maps, taunts, unusual effects, war paints, and who knows what else. The past few summer updates have primarily been focused on items, so fans can sink their teeth into something a bit more chunky this time around. Valve was quick to point out that this isn't a summer-themed update, though, unless you want it to be. Yes, Valve also requested submissions from Steam Workshop creators to have their work considered for the as-yet unnamed update. The deadline for submissions is May 1st. Team Fortress 2 is the gift that keeps on giving, and its generous reach extends past the game. Recently, the Team Fortress 2 cast continued their chaotic sandwich spree with a rendition of ABBA's Mamma Mia. It's just endlessly wholesome. Anyway, Steam Workshop creators have until May 1st to be considered for the update. So as Valve says, get to work, or back to work if you were already working. Team Fortress 2 is currently a free-to-play game. You can download it right now on Steam.